Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 co-op video. Today we'll be looking at another post from a Chinese forum about the upcoming mutation. Alright, this week I'm going to try something different. I typed out the translations so I can just read it. It takes me less time to do this than to think about the translations as I'm going down. Yeah, and let me know what you think of this format. I'll just try it out, see how it goes. Alright, so here, the most disgusting Chaos Studios in my opinion. I hate this even more than Cradle. In terms of difficulty, it's not harder than maps with multiple attack waves or dense encampments. However, low HP workers are forced to walk around the map collecting crystals while avoiding mutators, so I think it's very disgusting. For example, environmental mutators like Twister and Blizzard force the player to babysit their worker. When Twister is combined with alien incubation, then the Brootlings will chase and kill the workers. I'm not sure why this is a thing, but okay. And then there are the famous Void Reanimators and Outbreak that wander around and take out workers. The mutators might even randomly form the upcoming Slim Pickings Twister mutation, which is no money, more problems. Also on VP, the attack waves are random, so they might pass by the natural. The right gas of the right expo is not in the mutator safety zone. Power overwhelming, fatal attraction, and even going nuclear can hit the workers in the right natural. In addition, darkness can hide the crystal locations plus the paths taken by the random attack waves, making things more and more disgusting. Don't forget, the above paragraph was just about workers and picking up crystals. There are also other mutators that will make things annoying for the players. They won't destroy you straight up, but each step taken will tighten the noose a bit. Will tighten your noose a bit. Alright, next section. I recommend playing as a duel. One attacks and one supports. The attacker selects a strong head-on commander like Lone Wolf, Primal Contender, Zeratul, or Stedman P2. Their job is to clear the map quickly, taking out attack waves and crystal enemies along the way. 1. This is to avoid getting shat on by propagators, outbreak, and reanimators that attack your workers, and to avoid the most common cause of death with Chaos Studios, which is props and speed freaks, although it wasn't mentioned here. 2. This is to ensure that the attack waves only spawn at the bottom right. Once the 1 o'clock base, 9 o'clock base, and the 6 o'clock base with the hybrid behemoths are gone, the attack waves only spawn in the bottom right. I'm not certain about this. This 1 o'clock base might refer to the top right entire base. If this is true, I didn't know this. By doing this, you can avoid letting them get to the expo and take out workers. The left expo will have better eco. As for clearing order, prioritize clearing 3 o'clock. Preferably, you should clear the 3 o'clock base and the hybrids plus some of the enemies in the 1 o'clock base by 10 minutes. So the 3 o'clock base is, I think, the one with the hybrid destroyer plus the hybrid dominator, and then the 1 o'clock one is the top right one. By doing this, the split waves from 10 to 15 minutes will spawn in the bottom right. The supporter is responsible for picking up crystals and ensuring that these workers survive, clearing crystal enemies along the way. Make a few towers to stall or defend against trickles. Choose someone who can strengthen the workers' survivability or reduce their travel time, or someone who doesn't require a lot of eco. Recommended commanders include Karax P3 for the Repair Beam Unity Barrier, since they enhance worker survivability, as well as having the top bar because it destroys crystal enemies and trickles, and observers can see the whole map. Stedman P2, his Steadalites help see the map, the green zone recovers HP, and the hero unit destroys everything. Zeratul, his observers help you see the map, the Omega ship, so it's not Omega Worm, but he calls it Omega Ship, helps reduce worker travel time. The hero unit is highly mutator resistant, and you can mass cannons in a low eco battle. And there's Manx P1, which is you can use Contaminated Strike plus rain troopers from the sky to grab crystals, and bunkers are good against the trickles. ESOs can take out the strong 3 o'clock base. Artanis, Guardian Shell allows the workers to live an extra 5 seconds. Alright, and then the last part of this. PS. By spreading out observers to see the map, Not only do you counter the disgusting darkness mutator, but you also cause environmental mutators to spread out. Environmental mutators, aside from Twister and Blizzard, generally only spawn near the player's units. When players have units everywhere, these environmental mutators will also get diluted. If you are going solo queue, you should choose a strong head-on commander. Jump back and forth between screens to ensure that your workers are safe. So this means like you hotkey your worker and just press that number twice to check on it every once in a while to make sure that they don't die. When picking up crystals, you should manually control their path, so shift click, ensuring that they take the high ground whenever possible. If they happen to die on the high ground, at least the lava won't wash the crystal away. Then you can pick it up when the lava recedes. If you encounter something like polarity or fatal attraction that doesn't allow your worker to get close to the crystals, wait for the lava warning so the enemies retreat to the high ground, then go in and snag the crystal. After all, Chaos Studios is all about luck. With good luck, you'll beat it in one try. With bad luck, you'll have to try a few more times. The week after is Missile Command Laser Drill Eminent Domain on RTK. Starting from March 3rd with Hardened Will, Inspiration, Heroes from the Storm, there will be a few weeks of difficult mutations. Alright, let's go to the next one. Serious Face. Artanis can use Tempest this week. They are air units and have long range, so they can avoid the lava and the effects of various mutators. P0 is more forgiving. With P3, you can add Zealots and Observers to get vision in order to take out several waves with the Unbound Fanatics. Actual truth. I have to use the strongest commander's Dragoons to charge up a ramp. Alright, next one, response to the previous one. On March 10th, there's a mutation with Slim Pickings and Twister on VP. Okay. Alright, and then this next one is the guy who posts about all commanders. So let's see from the top. Very disgusting week. This is the truth. Last time I played this, I remember Darkness adding a Fog of War layer onto everything. To avoid having to regroup forces, you must trust your own intellect. Raynor. He's just so bad against random mutators. If you aren't mechanically talented, don't use Raynor. Alright, then we go to the next part. By the way, I'm leaving this here just in case anyone wants to check the originals for whatever reason. Maybe I got some translations wrong and you can fix them or write them in the comments below. Kerrigan, she's poor in the early game, but she's okay overall. The hero unit takes out the entire encampments by herself. Army units pop out from an Omega to take out the crystal enemies, then workers grab the crystals, reducing half the travel time. Artanis, the only reason to pick him is to give Guardian Shell to workers who get killed by environmental mutators. Swan, IDEF. This is the Chinese way of saying IDEF, basically. Defenses at home have to be top-notch, strong enough to survive strange mutator combos. Laser helps push bases. Herc's teleport to pick up crystals. Alright, next. Zagara, Fury, Frenzy, Massacre, follow your instincts. Karax, doesn't have Herc teleport but has Repair Beam for workers. You can say he's a super swan with stronger pushing capabilities. Nova, beware of power overwhelming black hole into nuke. The demolition crew is here, and then they regroup their forces and die. Not sure what that's what kind of meme that is. Abathur, 6 ultimate evolutions take out Amon, except for speed props. If your ally is good on offense, remember to make some swarm hosts to defend at home. Alarak, did you know that this commander has no defensive capabilities? Then why don't you hurry up and go on offense? Do you want to become a supplicant? P3 open with Mothership and flatten bases before Amon can even react. Next part, let's see here. Han and Horner. Actually, this mutation would be pretty interesting for Han and Horner, referring to Reapers regrouping forces. As long as you don't encounter Twister and PDDs, your strike fighters can take out crystal enemies. And then if the mutator combo suits, see if the mutator combo suits them before pushing in. Stukov, their resistance against random mutators isn't great, but P1 Diamondbacks are still good. If you choose P3, beware of environmental mutators as they limit where your bunkers can be placed. The safety zone of the natural is much smaller than the main, but on VP you have to put your bunkers in the natural. Alright, the next group. Vorazun. Sigh. Time Stop makes this a joke. Cloaked air and ground army takes out encampments. As long as you don't encounter economic mutators in the early game, this mutation is a joke. Tychus. This is another week where you rely on basic Tychus play. Dahaka. The usual. Send locusts in every direction. Phoenix. Instead of Rock Slapper, this week he will be the Crystal Slapper. So slap the enemies near the crystals. Alright, and then the last few. We have Manx. One bunker drop allows you to get 6 civilians in an instant. This means that you have 6 chances to transport 1 crystal. Where to put ESOs depends on you and your allies' commander combo. Either way, most of the time will be spent using gas to destroy enemies. The areas that you can hit with ESOs will have been taken out by your ally a long time ago. So you don't really need to mass ESOs in the center. Stedman. P2 is great for pushing, but if you want to give up your intellect, you can use P1 for invincible Steadalites. Permanent vision counters darkness. Blue zone for speedy workers has unexplainable, miraculous effects when environmental mutators are active. And then the last one. Zeratul. Void array to your destination. Drop off tons of ambushers, enforcers, and abrogators. Take out everything, go back inside, and drop a worker. Then your job's done. He edited this. Very interesting. The last time I checked this, he had this one here. P2 Sea of Cannons requires you to trap the artifact. For details, check out the link in the OP. Okay. Alright. And then the last post for this one. There aren't many people who are interested in this. Last post. As the OP said, on VP, you have to be wary of randoming into environmental and vision mutators. Environmental mutators you need to be wary of. This is ordered based on the effect on workers picking up crystals from largest effect to smallest. So Blizzard, Going Nuclear, then Twister, then Orbital Strike, Lava Burst, Purifier Beam. Time Warp and Temporal Field don't have much of an effect. Vision mutators really just means darkness. Other mutators that aren't great to see on VP are Void Rifts and Void Reanimators. Amon's units can walk in the lava. We pretty much can just watch them from the high ground. Another difficult and fun part of Chaos Studios is the random mutator combos that require players to adapt on the fly. For example, Short-Sighted and We Move Unseen. Lone Wolf can consider working as a group. If you get Polarity, you stop attacking, then meet up with your ally. With Missile Command plus Power Overwhelming, you have to stop the missiles from dealing AoE damage to your workers. Transmutation and Mutually Assured Destruction or Moment of Silence can easily snowball out of control. And that's it for this post. What advice do you have for this mutation? Comment it down below and I'll see you next time.